It is truly a sad state of affairs that we even feel the need to debate whether American taxpayers should be used to settle lawsuits with those individuals who attacked the United States Capitol on January 6, 2021. These individuals who attempted to overturn the 2020 election and in many cases violently assaulted the law enforcement officers protecting us are now suing the federal government, claiming they were the ones who had been wronged. This is truly an Alice in Wonderland moment. Under a normal administration, Republican or Democrat, this amendment would be unnecessary. But this administration has shown time and time again it will stop at nothing to rewrite history and cater to and coddle those who violently attacked the Capitol on January 6th. Within hours of taking the oath of office this past January, President Trump issued a blanket pardon for hundreds of violent offenders, including many who had assaulted law enforcement during the insurrection. Since then, the Department of Justice has continued to look for ways to expand the scope of these pardons, arguing that the pardons even cover crimes completely unrelated to January 6th, in a switch in just several days after the administration took office. The pardons language specifically references offenses related to events at or near the Capitol on January 6th, not crimes committed in other states on other dates and with no real nexus to the events of January 6th. January 6th. When the Attorney General came before our subcommittee earlier this year, I asked her specifically about the department's changed position on these cases, and she repeatedly refused to answer the question. Mr. Chairman, what message does it send when the President and his Department of Justice pardon, attempt to expand the scope of the pardon, and then potentially pay millions of dollars to those who laid siege to the United States Capitol? The message is clear. Political violence is acceptable as long as it's committed in the service of Donald Trump. At a time in which threats to members are at an all-time high, and after President Trump unleashed an army of insurrectionists into our communities, it is astonishingly reckless to provide financial assistance that incentivizes future acts of political violence. It's also deeply unfair to law enforcement. I'll associate myself with the words of former Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger, who recently said with regard to the $5 million settlement for Ashley Babbitt, which was referenced by Ms. Torres. He said this settlement sends a chilling message to law enforcement nationwide, especially to those with a protective mission like ours. So much for supporting law enforcement. Mr. Chairman, these actions make it clear this administration will do anything to support these violent insurrectionists and demonstrate that Ms. Torres' amendment is sadly very badly needed. I urge my colleagues to support the amendment, and I yield back.